Come join me today as I make this delicious spinach rice with mushrooms, peas, and tomatoes. I'm going to start with adding oil to a pan, and that's already heating at medium heat. And that's garlic, which I'm going to just let it brown for a few seconds before I add the red onions. And in go the red onions. And this I'm actually going to let them caramelize a little. So while they're caramelizing, let me show you the other ingredients that I'm going to be using. First off are the mushrooms, and I sliced them very thin because they will cook faster and the texture will be consistent with the rest of the ingredients, so the mushrooms don't stand out. And those are about 3 Roma tomatoes, and that's about 2.5 cups of rice with cardamom seeds and pods, and that is baby spinach. So I start by adding the mushrooms in the pan, and I want to let them cook by themselves. So when they shrink to about half their size, I add the spinach. And the best part about adding the spinach is the baby spinach cook really quickly and I don't have to touch them. So I'm just going to let them sit there, and there they are. They've crumbled to about half their size. And I'm going to do a quick stir so that I mix up everything really well. And then I will start adding all the other ingredients. So first up are frozen peas. Do not thaw them, just throw them directly into the pan. And then these are the Roma tomatoes. Salt. Now I added very little salt, but you can adjust to your taste. Then I add red chili powder, add turmeric, and cumin powder. Cumin powder I added a lot more than normal, but you can adjust to your taste. Now this is 1.5 cup of rice rinsed. I actually started with wanted to put in about 2.5 cups, but I think that would be too much. So I added 1.5 cup of rice, and then I add water just enough to fill it up to the top. And I'm not going to give it a stir right now. I just want to level everything so that I can close a lid on it. And once that happens, I'm going to let it cook by itself for 30 minutes or until the water has evaporated. I also topped it with the cardamom seeds and pod, and then I'm going to close it, and that's it. It's all done. It took about 30 minutes to get the rice to cook by itself. I also stirred it at the end, but I didn't want to stir it until I showed you the images. So as you can see, that it cooks thoroughly inside out, and it makes for the perfect like side dish or a meal by itself. So thank you for watching this video, and please come back next time and we'll cook something different together.